Alright guys, welcome back to another video on the Last GameBoard, and today's video is all about zombie dice. So for those of you guys who haven't been watching all my videos, the Last GameBoard is of course a device, a board game console of sorts that hosts all your different board games and stuff on here that is recently out. You guys can go ahead and pre-order yours for early next year down in the link in the description right now, so you can save yourself 10%. Of course, it's my affiliate link. But today I want to talk about zombie dice. We're going through these games and I'm showing you them one by one so you guys can get a feel for how these games actually look and how they function and what abilities they have on the Last GameBoard. So zombie dice is a really popular game by Steve Jackson Games that I own in my collection and I really, really like. And as you can see here, it's a 1 to 8 player game, so it obviously lends itself to being a party game. And it is an app that actually uses the companion app. It's going to be the first video that we're doing here that we're going to do the companion app to show you guys what the companion app can actually do. So I'm excited to show you guys that and show you what this game can do and how they did this. Because there's no digital, as far as I know, there's no digital game of zombie dice ever created until now. And I think they did a great job, but we'll see what you guys think when you guys see the graphics and animations. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so here we are back in the video. So of course the first thing we got to do, like we've talked about in previous videos, is a game like this is to sign in. And since this game actually requires a companion app, we're going to have to go ahead and sign in here with our companion app. So let me go ahead and do that. So for this video here, I am going to be using an iPad because I can't use my phone right now since I'm using the phone to record this video right now, but I am using an iPad. Of course, you can use an Android or an iPhone as well. Probably a lot easier than using an iPad right now, but for the purposes of this video, that's what we're going to use. So I'm just going to go ahead and you can see that there's a QR code up there. You go ahead and take your phone, tablet, whatever it may be, and just kind of scan the QR code so it puts you in. And then you can see it tells you to join the board here. Oliveira Tabletop is the name of my board. I'm just going to go ahead and hit join game. And then you can see this appears on the companion app. Please wait for Oliveira Tabletop to start a game. And it's ready for me to go ahead and come in. You can see I'm in the game now. It has my favorite color that I chose in the app that I always use in the avatar and stuff. We can go ahead and swipe this away for the time being. And now we can go ahead and play this. Now this game does support AI, so you could play this with up to 8 players and have 8 different people signed into their companion app around the board. For the purposes of this video, I'm just showing you myself, so you guys can get a feel for it, of course, and we'll add AI players instead. So I'm going to go ahead here and just hit start. You could ready yourself up by using these brains here, and then I can go ahead and add an AI. As you can see here, you can add a bunch of AI around the table. I'm just going to go ahead and add 3, only because I just want you guys to see like from each corner. So I'll have me right here. We'll actually remove him. Let's put 1 over here, and let's put 1 down there, and 1 over here. We'll actually have 4, so they're kind of all on each corner, so you guys get a feel for how the game works around the table. But again, these don't have to be AI. You can have all real players around here using their companion app. And then, of course, everyone hits ready. As I just did, then we go ahead and start the game. So you can see the nice animations that are going on. You can see the zombies kind of mumble and say things, which is pretty funny. And the AI is, of course, playing their turn right now. My guy likes to say things, don't stop yet. You know, they do these little animations and quirks and stuff as they roll the dice, which I think is really cool. And I think the animations were done really well on this game. I think the game is done really well on the board, on the Last GameBoard, and it's going to be a great party game to play with other people for sure. I can't wait to bring this to my family's house and kind of play it with others. This guy's already on a roll, but he did decide to stop. So now you can see what I have on my companion app is the dice. So you can see here I have the dice on my companion app, and you can see it's my turn. So I'm just going to go ahead and take these dice here. I know it's a little bit hard for me to show you, but I'm just kind of flicking them forward. And then you can see on the board there in the corner. Now, you can choose. I got two shots, so that obviously wasn't a great start with no brain, so that's completely useless. So that didn't do anything for me. But what I can do is either choose keep going on here, if I want to keep going, or keep going right on the actual companion app as well, which I'm going to go ahead and hit keep going. And then you can see the dice appear again, so I'm just going to go ahead and roll them forward. They go ahead and show up on the screen there. And I got a shotgun, so I'm going to die. Nice little animation, got shotgun. So that didn't work out well. But I do like the companion app, and especially in most of these games, as you can see here. They kind of turn into their a different background depending on what game you're playing that matches the theme. So, of course, this theme kind of matching the area over here is kind of how the companion app is designed. And they do that with a lot of the different games when they use a companion app, which I think just elevates it to being a cool experience. And we'll be talking about more games that use the companion app and how cool they do some of that stuff, of course, in future games. But they did a really good job on here. You can see the AI is now going around and taking their turn. What really makes this game cool, and what kind of makes the Last GameBoard really cool, depending on the game, because obviously not every game can do this, but since I'm able to scan a QR code and the whole game can be played on this, because all I'm doing is essentially flicking dice, and then if I want to keep going, I can hit the keep going on the companion app, or if I want to stop and eat brains, I can do that from the companion app as well. What that means is I can be hosting the game on the Last GameBoard, and I can go ahead and do a Twitch stream, for example, for all you guys to play with me. All you guys can log into your companion app, and I can share the QR code with you guys, and you guys can all be on the board and using the companion app to kind of play this game, because all of it's handled by the companion app. You don't need to actually touch anything on this board. That's not, of course, going to work with every game, because some games you're obviously going to have to, you know, touch the board to move your piece around and stuff. But for the games that make sense, that's a really cool option, that you can have the Last GameBoard and me be the host, me share it on Twitch or YouTube or whatever the case may be, have all you guys play with me and scan into your companion app, make it feel like you guys are actually playing here with me at home, but you're just using your companion app, and I really, really do like that ability. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and swipe these and hopefully roll better than before. We got one brain and one shotgun, so that's better than nothing. So you can see that I can go ahead and either keep going or eat brains on here. So I'm just going to go ahead and, let's see. And of course, like I said, I can hit it on the table too if I want to. Of course, we're going to keep going. I got 3 green dice, so that's good. Very nice. 2 more brains for me. Am I going to choose to keep going? Let's go ahead and take a risk. Let's see how this goes. We got 2 yellow and a green. All right, we got 1 more brain. We're going to go ahead and stop our luck here and say we're going to eat the brain, so we'll stop at 4. Of course, the goal of this game is to get to 13 brains, I believe. And once you get to 13 brains, you're the winner. Of course, if there's a tie, then everyone has one final round before, or those 2 players have a final round before. But yeah, this game is really well done. I'm not going to show you a full game, I don't think. I don't think we need to do all of that because, you know, I don't want this video to be too long. But this gives you a good representation of what you guys can expect on games like this on the Last GameBoard. You have zombie dice that have never been digitally created before. I love the fact that they're doing games digitally that you may never have seen before, and they're using the unique features of the Last GameBoard. Like I said, having 8 players around the board, using a companion app like this, brings the uniqueness of being able to roll the dice to have that physical feel if you want, or the digital feel of actually being able to roll the dice, which is really cool. The companion app also gives you the ability to be able to remote play where one person has the game board and other people are away and they're using the companion app. Depending on the game, they might be able to play the whole game with you like that, which is really cool in certain games, like this one in particular. And it's just a great party game, and I think they designed it really well. They didn't, you know, this isn't a boring looking game. Obviously, zombie dice in nature is really simple. They could have made this game a lot more simple, but you can tell that they took their time to make this as good as a digital game could be, where you don't just have like a simple background with just throwing dice and seeing who gets the 13, obviously. You actually have effort put into this game. You know, the background, the companion app, the animated dice, the animated hands here, the zombies actually saying things, the shotgun kind of like blowing up your whole screen when you get killed, all those things that really make the game obviously really cool to play. That's a fantastic roll, and that's exactly why we're ending the video here. Got shotguns with 1 roll, 3 shotguns in a row. But yeah, this game is a ton of fun, guys. If you guys have not heard of this game, it's a great addition to the Last GameBoard. It's a great party game, and I'm glad we're getting games like this on the Last GameBoard because I can't wait to play the games like this with my family. So stay tuned for future videos. I will be making, of course, hopefully one of these a week if there's obviously games for me to show. Right now, there's a lot of games for me to show. So we're going to be continuing down that path and showing you guys that mentality and seeing what we want to do. So look forward to those videos, guys. And if you guys have any questions about what you guys have seen in today's video, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.